war that is thousands and thousands of kilometers away, did you know that could soon hit Africa? African wallets, African markets, and African fuel situations? This is what I want us to discuss today. And now, so this is Trinity News Network. Let us discuss this. So I request you to come and be part of this crucial topic. What this could mean to the wallets of Africa, to the fuels of Africa, to the food of Africa. What could this mean? So I welcome you in today's discussion. I welcome you to today's discussion. This is a very big topic we are going to discuss today. It concerns all of us. This is a war. Iran-Israel-America war. Iran-Israel-America war. But it is going to affect Africa as a continent. So I want you to give me your view about this. I want you to give me your view about this. So this is what we are going to discuss today and now. Okay, today marks the 6th day of this Iran-Israeli-US war. As I've said, it is thousands of miles away from Africa, but it could soon hit African wallets, African markets, and African fuel stations. Because oil routes are under threat, food prices could rise, and global trade may face a serious disruption. Now, the question here is no longer what is happening in Middle East. The real question is Africa ready for the economic shock that could follow? Is Africa ready? Now, stay with me till the end as we discuss this developing problem. As we discuss this, because we have to. We are Africans, and I'm saying, if you're an African, or wish good for Africans, you must be here as we discuss this. So, those of you who have joined after the live, I thank you. Those of you who will join thereafter, it will also do me good if you do that. Let us look at this deeper. Let me try to share here. Okay. So this is what we are on. This is what we are looking at. The consequences of Iran-Israel war. These people may be fighting. In Uganda, we have a saying that says, where two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. Elephants are fighting now, far away from the grass, but it is the grass that is going to suffer this. So, as we are approaching discussing this, my question is Africa ready for the outcome of this war? Because now I know that so many people are now having sides. Africans too are having sides. They are saying, I'm supporting this one. I think this country. But after supporting them, have you come to realize that after their fighting, it is the grass that is going to suffer? Because two elephants are fighting. Two elephants are fighting. Are you grass ready to suffer for this? That is the biggest question and the wise question, because I've heard some people saying that this might lead to the Third World War. After effects of the wars, most especially to us Africans and other developing worlds, but I'm looking at Africa because I'm an African. So here at the Global News Network, this is what we want us to discuss. So tell me where you're watching from and how do you think of this? How do you think of the after effects of this war? And what can Africa do? So, are we ready for this, or we are supporting unknowingly that this could lead to a problem to Africa? So let us begin with what we know so far. I've said this is the 6th day, and tensions between Iran and Israel escalated dramatically, with the United States becoming increasingly involved, because it was Iran-Israel. But now military actions, missile interceptions, and naval activity have raised fears that the conflict could expand beyond the region. According to what we are going to look at, this war is going to expand beyond the region of Middle East. As I've said, it is a war that is thousands of kilometers away. It may appear to be distant geographically, but global markets, though this thing appears to be far away, global markets quickly react to instability. And of course, Africa is closely connected to this. It is connected to this. One of the fastest effects of this war will be high fuel prices that Africa will have to face. Because if shipping of these fuels is disrupted, oil prices could rise. Of course, globally, but Africa will have to face it. If many African countries that rely on imported petroleums, that could mean higher petrol prices, increased transport fees, and rising of electricity costs. Those of you in Africa, you bear me witness. If petroleum prices increase, everything has to increase, because everything depends on petroleum as in transportation. So that means food will also have to increase, and that means food is also another major concern. It is also another major concern. Food as food. So now, before you African, as an African, before you support any of these countries involved in this war, first look at yourself. First look at Africa as a continent. First look at your content, your country, Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, Lolo. What will you do? So, as we know, Africa imports large amounts of agricultural inputs, such as fertilizers, grain, and some equipment. So that means they will have to increase. If those supplies increase or disappear due to this war, then we may face higher production costs. Higher production costs means higher prices of finished products. That means it will lead to higher prices in the markets across the continent. Because of that, shipping and trade will also be affected somehow, because the Red Sea and Suez Canal are critical in shipping. But that is where this war is, because these are the routes that connect Europe, Asia, and Africa. So if military tensions expand, then those waters, shipping on those waters may be difficult. So shipping companies may reroute their vessels to avoid danger. If they reroute, that means longer journeys. And longer journeys means more expenses on those shipping, to those shipping companies. But those costs are sent to the final consumer, you the African. So everything from electronics to medicine could be affected. So if this global conflict is prolonged, it could press more pressure on African countries, because more countries in Africa have a problem of inflation and its challenges. So higher energy prices combined with the supply chains being disrupted could slow economic growth and increase the cost of living. However, oil product countries like Nigeria, Angola might benefit somehow. So this is where we want to hear from you. What do you think? In the comments, do you think this war will affect Africa's economy? How are your fuel prices in your country now? Are they hiked already or not yet? And what do you think should African governments do to protect their economies from global conflicts? Because this is not the first and this is not the last. But at the end of every conflict, it is the African countries that suffers. So if you give us some comments, we'll be reading them in another live we will make here at Trinity News Network. As this conflict continues to develop, the world is watching closely. For Africa, the key concern is how global tensions translate to everyday realities, from fuel stations to food markets. So for us here at Trinity News Network, I will continue to monitor the situation and will bring you updates. For those of you who have joined this live, please thank you very much, and we hope to hear from you because okay, let me have you, if you're there and you want to contribute on this developing story, you can as well contribute to this. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So I'm waiting for your responses. If any. This is global conflict. Thank you for joining Trinity News Network. I'll see you in yet another live. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing.